What's going on, everyone? It's Zach with the Wicked Heavy Podcast, and in today's episode, I sit down with Zach Diebold of eyesawgod. Now, Zach, this is the first time we actually spoke, but he had hit me up and he loved what he was seeing on the IG with all the different reels, with all the different podcasts. He said, "Yo, check out my music," and I did. It rips, especially if you love deathcore and the MySpace era of deathcore. But he just released a new single called Gaza. It's punishing, and I was like, "Yo, dude." Let's do a podcast. Come on the pod and let's talk music. We chopped it up, as he likes to say. Had a great time, learning about him, where he's from, how he grew up on music, and was influenced by a lot of heavy bands, and kind of what he's up to today, and how he's going to be releasing a lot of cool music with I Saw God. So Zach, I really appreciate you coming on, dude. I had a good time. I learned a lot about bands past and present that I need to check out. So hope you all enjoy this conversation with Zach Diebold of I Saw God on the Wicked Heavy Podcast. Zach, my dude, thanks for coming on to the podcast. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Dude, absolutely. Now, for those listening, Zach and I have never spoken before. So I've kind of reached out between a post about Thus Spoke, and he's in a band, or he has a group called I Saw God. Just put out a song called Gaza. It absolutely rips. So we had to get him on the podcast to talk about all things music and deathcore. So this is our first time speaking.
Absolutely. You seem like such a cool guy. Like I know, like I told you before, I spent some time in Mustfolk. So like, Andy is one of my best friends of all time. So like, I consider
That's
him
so
family.
cool.
I'm a bass player, bro,
Yeah.
and we grew up together. You know what I mean? So like,
Okay.
they're like family to me. So like, when you had him on, I was like, all right, I fuck with this guy, like, cause I watched the whole thing, and like,
Yeah.
I like the way that you like your conversations flow. You seem like a very genuine guy. So I was like, yo, like that'd be cool to like talk to him. So that's why I ended up reaching out. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so I was looking
Dude,
forward to
absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it too, dude. I'm so stoked on that new track. It really hits home for me with a lot of what I like, let's call it like in high school and college was crushing, a lot of Suicide Silence stuff. So if anyone hasn't listened to it, I Saw God, one word, EYESAWGOD, and the song is called Gaza, and it absolutely is brutal. It's just so sick. But before we get into music, my bro, where are you from? Like, where do you live now? And kind of tell me your story, dude, of how you even got into music at all.
I'm from Maryland. Like,
Okay.
I'm like, let's say, I always fuck up the distance because Baltimore feels really close to me, but apparently it's like a little bit farther than I think. But I think I'm like an hour away. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Might be a little bit more.
Okay.
But I always feel
Yeah.
like it's like I feel like it's like 45 minutes, and I'm always like, oh, Baltimore's like 45 minutes
Yeah.
away,
Yeah.
and then like I drive to Baltimore and it's like fucking hour or something. And I'm like, oh, okay,
Kind of significant. Yeah. You're like, shit, this is kind of long.
but nah. So that was like farther for me than Delaware. So like I grew up going to Delaware shows because I where I live in Maryland is like pretty much right on the Delaware line. So like I would go
Okay.
to this place called the Harmony Grange, and like a lot of people know it's I don't. I feel like for my area, it's like a legendary venue because it's not there anymore. Like so many huge bands played there, and it was like probably a 300 cap room. Like it wasn't like a huge
Yeah.
venue. Like it was good. Like still personable. Like you could fit a good amount of people in there, but it felt like very intimate still. You know what I mean? But
Right. Right. Right.
I
Absolutely.
the first time I ever went there, I think I saw Whitechapel and the Devil Wears Prada and Norma Jean and Maylene and
Okay.
Disaster. Like so, bro.
Wait.
Like
Wait.
they
Wait. That was one show.
yeah, bro. And it was like that all the time. Like
What?
crazy tours hit that shit up. Like there was one summer where Amir hit that place like 3 times in one tour.
Oh,
And this is
that's
like
sick.
when Jesse band, so like way back. Like it was like well, I mean
Right.
not way because he ain't been out of the band that long in the grand scheme of things, but like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like pretty much OG Amir lineup,
Wow.
like bro. And I just remember like I felt
That.
spoiled. And I because I didn't know that era would end up being what it's become, you know what I mean? But I
Right.
loved it.
Right. Right. Right.
now, like, and it sucked because I always wanted to play like the stuff that I Saw God is. It's what I always wanted to do, like when I was that age. But it was like kind of when I figured out what to do a little bit with music, like enough to like do it a little bit.
Yeah.
It like deathcore was like not popular anymore. You know what I mean? And like that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
it's weird because so as much as I grew up going to all these shows and everything, it's crazy because like the internet at the time, I remember deathcore did not have a good rep, dude. Like all the bands that people like revere got shit on online, and like, and it
Right.
pissed me off then. It pissed me off now. Like there was like Metal Sucks would just like trash, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Lamb Goat or whoever it was. Like I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody,
Right.
but it means just
No,
like
I
it.
got you.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
time, but like that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. Like I'm glad to see that this style of deathcore. I'm glad to see it come back in such force because this is like
Oh
what I've
yeah.
always like been like. That's deathcore. Like no disrespect to the modern deathcore bands, but it's just like it's something different. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah,
like
no, totally, totally.
definitely something different. It's like not nothing to take
Yeah.
away from everybody, but this brand, it's like say if somebody discontinued your favorite cereal brand and then they brought it back. Like it's like the same thing. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fuck yeah, I love Captain Crunch. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. For me, it's O's. I fucking love O's. You ever had O's? Dude, they're so good. That's funny, man. Well, so this is a good question if you don't mind sharing. How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay, I'm 34, so we had kind of like the same probably deathcore upbringing.
Yeah.
Now, so bring me back even before deathcore, bro. Like, what was the first music you ever heard in your life? Like, how did heavy music even enter your life?
So my granddad, um, he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like my granddad like by blood, but he was like my grandma's husband. He was in a
Yeah,
band and he played bass and he sang, but it was like stuff kind of like Black Sabbath and stuff like that. So like I didn't come
sick.
up in like the hardcore scene by any means, but like that like sludgy doom, like that old,
Yeah, dude.
I mean, like drop
I
C.
just got into that. Reese, dude, I have a bass. You can't see it in screen. I got a bass because I heard Sleep for the first time, the band. I don't know if you ever heard, dude. And I was like, what is this? And then I discovered drop C tuning. And I was like, I need to learn bass. So I got a bass and tuned it to drop C. That's sick.
And it's like nuts because
Okay.
he put me on the like Crowbar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Okay.
when I was like or like Pantera, Crowbar, shit like,
Yeah.
and that's what made me want to get into heavier music. Like there's pictures of me when I was a kid, like sitting in his like bass case with the band in the background, like while they're practicing. I'm like a little baby.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
so he
mean?
was the bass player?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
like,
cool.
and it's cool because like he never really like. I guess at the time, like it was like they had like an original band, but I guess like they would only play their original songs like
Hmm.
when they were practicing and shit. I guess like they would only play covers and shit live. Like they would go to
Yeah.
bars and like play as a cover band. But they
Yeah.
had like when they would get together, they would play that shit. And like,
Yeah.
but that's what he really wanted to do. So like it, that's like one of my driving forces like with music because like obviously it's like it's heavy music, like it's a different style
Yeah.
entirely, but it's like cool because I know like this is what he wanted to do too. So it's like I feel like
Yeah.
I've everything that I've done, which I haven't done a lot. Like I'm nobody, you know what I mean? But like the things that I
Hey,
have been
man.
like, blessed to be able to do, like the little
Yeah.
tours or like being able to release any music whatsoever. The fact that I get to play my instrument, like and do that shit like I know, like
Yeah.
he's probably looking down on.
Badass.
He's like, "Yo, keep rocking, brother."
Yeah. Yeah, that shit goes hard. Hell yeah. It really does though. Okay, so in terms of like instrument wise, so you're young, you have this grandfather figure, he's an inspiration playing heavy music, drop C tuning, Black Sabbath style stuff. What was the instrument you gravitated towards at the time?
There's always guitar. Always wanted to play
Yeah.
guitar, but like we didn't have money. So full disclosure, like I literally like I stole my first guitar like from a fucking music store. Like we were like grimy
Yeah.
trailer park broke. Like I'm not trying to justify it. Like I think it's stupid as fuck
Hey
that I did
man.
that now,
Part
but
of
I
the
was
story.
bro, I was like young as shit. I just went in there with an empty guitar case. Like I wanted it that bad. I'm not trying to like justify it, but it was just like, bro, I was
I
like,
got you.
you know what I mean? And like obviously like you grow up and you realize like that's fucking stupid. I should not do shit like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I was like 14, I was like, I want a guitar and there's no other way I can get a guitar. And if I don't do this, I'm not gonna be able to do that. So and I don't know, I just
Right.
wanted to do it so bad that like that's how I got my first guitar. And like before that I had like an acoustic, but you know, you feel goofy sitting there trying to play like metal and stuff on an acoustic
Yeah.
because that's what I wanted to play. And at the time I was listening to like Korn and Slipknot, Limp Bizkit. So like
Yep.
I wanted an electric and yeah, it sucks, dude. Like, but
Yeah. Hey man, you wanted it that badly. Like this
it's
part of the
regret.
story, bro. It's part of your story. Hey.
Definitely a regret, but it
Um,
was like they were a business, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a fucking guitar center. Like, I mean, I feel like
right.
nobody cared if it was a guitar center. Like, to be honest with you, I feel like the guitar center employees wouldn't even care if it was a guitar center. But that shit, well, I'm not even trying to show guitar center. They're just like the Walmart of guitar stores. You know what I mean? So
I
it's
got
like
you. I got you.
like some level of insurance and stuff. A mom and pop guitar store, like that's why I feel like a dick. Like they were
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But you make it worth it. You know what I mean? Like you sit there and go, okay, well I did that, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play this guitar 10 hours a day, and I'm gonna figure out how to
Yeah.
play this thing, and like I'm gonna make it worth it. I'm not just gonna do that and then let it collect dust in the corner
Right.
and be disrespectful. Like it's like I'm gonna use this thing and like, but not to like justify it at all whatsoever because
I
like I
get
don't.
it. Hey man, you can't judge someone by, one of the by one thing. Can't.
Stealing is
Some
wrong.
people just
Don't
make
steal.
mistakes. Yeah. I got you, man. No. All right, so you started shredding though? You started practicing your ass off?
Wasn't good. I wasn't good. I could play breakdowns
Not
and
to be
shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard. It's a hard instrument, bro.
at the time, like I said, like deathcore wasn't popping, so it's like you play some shit like that, people would be like, "You loser, that sounds like shit. What are you doing?" You know what I mean? So
Right.
like all my friends like at the time that played guitar, like my boy DJ, he was like playing like stuff like Death, like the
Oh,
band Death.
dude.
So like
Of course.
stuff like that. I think actually though,
Symbolic.
I'm pretty sure that dude showed me Winds of Plague. I'm pretty sure that's how. Yeah, is you know what I'm saying? Like I
Dude,
even
I forgot about that band. Holy crap.
yo on that
Is that
2000.
one's like 7, 8, 6 wide?
Nah, that's Beneath the
Like,
Sky.
okay.
Winds of
Winds of
Plague is
Plague, dude. I
like
forgot about. I
Desecration. Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Man, dude. Yeah, that was an era. Okay, so you're like your homies teaching you how to play this stuff,
yeah. And then so I
and that's
wasn't good though,
sick.
but so I
Yeah.
tried like I got into vocals, and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep playing guitar. Like I want to be like competent and understand how songs work, and that's where I
Yeah.
ended up. Like I was like, well, if I'm gonna be a lyricist, I should understand how song structure works to it. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? I should have a general understanding. So like I
Mm-hmm.
would just mess around and go, okay, well, this is how like you do this, and you can lead into this, and you can do this, and like I would just sit at home and play, and like, okay, write this mock part that's really simple,
Mm-hmm.
write vocals to it. And
Mm-hmm.
I would just practice like by myself, just going back and forth and back and forth. And then when I would do
Yeah.
band, like actually the first band I ever got in, I was at a show at that venue I was telling you about, the Harmony Grange, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Arsonist Get All the Girls was playing. I forget who the fuck else was
Yeah.
playing, but Arsonist Get All the Girls was playing the 42nd Ego. And it was the end of the song, and they did like, you know how they would do like those big ring outs and shit, like all the bands back in the days, like it's gonna be the big climax of the song, you're gonna ring it out,
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
like draw out the suspense. Well, they were doing that, and they were like, "Yo, how many people here know the words of this song?" And like, you know, everybody like, you know, so
Yeah.
like I raised my hand like everybody else, like we're all standing there, like, and he was like, "You come up here," and I was like, what the fuck? I had never like been on a stage, so like I was like, no, and he was like, nah, nah, come up here, and I was like, fuck. So like I went up there,
Wow.
and he was like, you're gonna do that. He was like, this guy's gonna do that, and I was like, oh shit, forgot the words, bro. I was like so like like I knew the words, but I
Oh.
forgot the shit. But that
Yeah.
was because of that. The people that were there were like, yo, you sounded good, like. we're having band practice this weekend. Like, you should come. And I was like, oh
That's
shit.
sick.
And so that's literally like, dude, the first band I was ever in just happened on accident. But like the whole time before, I was like,
Wow.
I wanted to figure out how to make music. I just didn't know anybody. Like, no, at my school, there was like a group of kids that made music, but like they were all clicked up already. So it was like
Okay.
I didn't have like my own people. You know what I mean? But
Of course.
then going to the Delaware shows, I found them. You know what I mean? And that ended up being how me and Andy met, like through going to like the
Wow.
same places, like mutual friends and stuff like that. But it's
Yeah.
wild. Like, it's wild how shit works. You know what I mean? Like, things
Of
just
course,
happen.
dude. I mean,
Do you just like
like
do shit forever?
it right place, right time. I mean, you never know. Like in the podcast with Malene's drummer, he happened to be like he knew someone who knew Coheed's drummer who also is a rapper. He needed a drummer, so he's like, yo, you should drum for Coheed's drummer who's a rapper. Like it's just like kind of crazy how that all works. Yeah. That's cool though. So like,
Maybe,
yo, come to band practice, and you started just ripping it. That's sick.
yeah,
And you
and
were on
like,
vocals.
yeah, and again, we weren't very good. You know what I mean? But it's weird because like I've showed people stuff that now just to be like, because like it's like I wasn't a MySpace band. We weren't very good or very big, but it's like it's funny how like stuff back then people could shit on it, and it's like now like I've shown a couple people and they'll be like, yo, like y'all should do like a reunion. And I'm like, no, fuck.
That's
You know what I mean? Like, nah,
so
like,
funny.
yeah, like, no, bro. I'm not revisiting 14-year-olds
Right.
being. Like, we could all just do better
Wow.
stuff. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it is fun. Like, it would be fun to like get together with those dudes and jam. Like, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
But like, bro, there's like no recordings of any song. You know, what I mean, we had like one
Right.
song recorded. I think we had
Yeah.
a couple recorded. I think we recorded 3 songs, but our MySpace page got deleted. So when like they
Oh yeah, I
published
don't
accounts,
man.
so like our
Yeah.
MySpace got deleted, and like 2 of the songs are gone forever. And like, but
Yeah.
one of them was on YouTube, the very last one we did, which was
Oh.
like arguably the worst one too. I'm so pissed. There's
Yeah, they're gone forever.
there's like a live video
Yeah.
of us. There's like this one really really repetitive song, but like I
What
love it.
was the band called at the time?
No hope for a hero. It's such a
Nice.
corny name too. You know what I mean? Like it's like, dude, like
Hey,
we were MySpace maxing.
it's all good, bro. I was in a band called Skywalker in high school.
Dude,
One word.
like Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Exactly. People are like, is it about Star Wars? I was like, no. I didn't pick the name, but I was just happy to be in a heavy band at the time. That's cool. So, okay, so during this time, what are some of the albums or who are some of the bands that you like were obsessed with?
When I heard Viper City by Recon, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've heard Gaza, so I don't even have to say it, but Suicide Silence is like my favorite band
Of
ever.
course.
Their EP and
Yep.
the Cleansing, those 2 records.
Crazy.
I really like No Time to Bleed too, but um
Yeah.
the first like that EP and the
Yeah.
Cleansing.
Oh yeah, dude. The cleansing was I remember hearing it and hitting up my friend Sam, and just being like, dude, you have to hear this now. And it kind of changed our life or like our musical journey, bro. It's just
So
like,
funny,
yeah, it still is insane.
this is actually hilarious. So like I didn't know who they were in the song. Like on the
Oh,
first
that's
East
cool.
Coast tour, and they played at that venue. So I was like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I didn't know who they were, and I was like, I just remember being like, who the fuck was that? And they just had, bro, I had
Yeah.
never experienced something like that. Like Mitch just had this larger than life presence. The
Mm-hmm.
dudes were just going nuts, but they played so tight. I had never seen anything like that, bro, in my life. And I just
Right.
remember like
Oh, yeah.
I remember being terrified because it was huge men fucking beating the shit out of everybody. And I was not big. I'm still not a big dude. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? But like they when
yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was like probably like 120 pounds. You know what I mean? So I'm like
Yeah.
die. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Man.
just sitting there being in awe, dude. And I've never like I remember sitting there because like it's awesome when you first start going to shows. Like you just have that amazement because it's brand new.
Right.
But that was just
It's like,
something else,
wow.
bro. It was something else entirely. And I'm
Yeah.
not glazed or nothing, but it was like, dude, there's only a couple bands I've seen that had like a real atmosphere. Like it's like the room change.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
yeah, like there's only a
I know
couple bands
exactly what
I've
you're
seen.
talking about.
Bring
Had
Me
the
the
cleansing
Horizon.
dropped yet? Oh,
The
yeah.
cleansing, the cleansing was dropping on, like I think it was on that tour or something, some shit like that. I can't remember what it was, but they were
Yeah.
playing.
It
They were
was
playing
close. Okay.
songs. Yeah. I remember hearing "Bludgeon to Death" because that was the song that I was like trying to find. And then I remember I found a
Right.
demo
Oh,
version.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think the demo version was like a little bit different or something. If my memory serves me,
Yeah, I remember it.
I could be bugging,
It was
but
like a
like
little, I think it was like a little faster. Like, I gotta
I
memorize it.
think there
Fuck
was like
it.
minor
Yeah, the
differences.
breakdown was faster. Yeah. Yep.
But like I just remember hearing that and going, "Holy shit!" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no, yeah. There's nothing else
it's
like it.
Danger. It was exactly like
Yeah.
that. But no, they're
Yeah.
the best band I've ever seen. And then when I saw Bring Me the Horizon right before Suicide Season came out. I think it was their first U.S.
Oh,
tour,
okay.
so they were playing like a bunch of songs off Count Your Blessings. Um,
Yeah.
and they were playing. I think they only played Diamonds Aren't Forever and Chelsea Smile off of. So like it was like literally
Ooh.
all the deathcore cuts, bro. Like it was
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
was. Um, who else? Because there was
Damn.
a lot. There was a lot of fucking bands. Lygia was crazy. I remember like discovering
Dude.
Lygia.
Yeah, that's a New England band. Yeah, man. That Your Gift is a Ghost, that album so sick. I was listening to it the other day. Wow.
As much as like
A lot.
they had the bad moments, fucking life ruined
Hmm.
them. Remember like when they were popping that shit.
I
Whatever.
only heard of them because of Andy. I had never heard them before Andy told me to check them out, dude.
They were
I
like
was
that.
late to the party.
I remember it was like weird because like people didn't want to be called deathcore back in the day because it just had
Hmm.
a negative connotation. So I just remember
Yeah.
like bands like that or like they would just be like, "Nah, dude, we're moshcore." Like it was like them,
Oh.
like Bury Your Dead, like the band. You know what I mean?
We're
Like
moshcore.
it was
Yeah.
dope though. It was like, dude, like it was like the camo shorts kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
with
fuck.
like the Boston hats. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just looking back. Yo, the Boston hats. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
You took it
Everyone.
back. I love
Yeah,
that.
I was like, but I was like afraid of those dudes at the shows because they would just beat the crap out of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They
That's
were
so
like
funny.
they were the crowd killers, and it was crazy because oh dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm a dickhead. Float face down. I remember seeing that band because New Jersey isn't far from Maryland, so I remember seeing that
Okay.
being like, what in the absolute fuck? That was another band where like they played and the fucking room changed. Like Ron just had this like
Dude,
aura,
I
bro.
don't even I this is my first time hearing of it. I gotta listen, I gotta check
Oh,
out this
you've never
band. I
heard
don't
of
even
Float
know
Face
them, bro.
Down? Holy shit, bro.
No.
You got people
Send me
here.
stuff after.
I got you. I'll send you some links. They got it's the two
Thank
EPs
you.
and a full length too. It all bangs.
Damn.
The EPs, bro, is like pinnacle MySpace deathcore. Like I got you.
Okay.
Despised
You know
Icon,
who the you know
big one for me.
oh yeah, my bro. Dude, when I heard I mean, is it what is it? Not it's the album before the one with like the face on the front. It's like this guy, the eyes, stuff coming out of the eyes. Dude, I just saw them at New England Metal and Hardcore Festival last year too. Either way, I really the despised Icon. I was the
Is it
drummer just because I'm a drummer. I was like, this is crazy.
the Day of Mourning from
Say it again.
was it Day of Mourning? Was it
It
the
was
white?
after the one I'm thinking of.
It was. So I
Oh,
think that is.
that was two after.
Oh yeah.
Let me
Shit,
look. Let me just get up real quick because I'm fast.
dude, my
I got introduced to Despised Icon.
push.
No, that's all good, bro. We do this on the pod a lot. Be like, wait, what was that album? I got introduced for the Healing Process, which
Yeah.
came out in 2005. It's actually their first out. Oh yeah. So I'm like first album, and then
Is that
The
the one?
Ills of Modern Man is the one.
That's the one that has a fractured hand on it.
Fractured hand, fractured hand. Nope, that is on. Looking it up for you.
Appreciate you.
Wow, there's just so many.
Dude, it's like
Fractured hand. What the
all
heck?
their shit bangs. It's just crazy. Like how do you have a discography of just straight bangers?
Yeah, so fractured hand was on I guess I'll say my favorite album, which was The Ills of Modern Man,
Those are mine.
2007.
That's the one with the snakes
In
on
the
it.
Arms of Perdition. Dude, nuts.
That's
Let me
definitely
pause real quick. I got to let my cat out of this room. I'm keeping this in the podcast. Okay, we're back.
dude.
Cat's on a schedule for food.
Dude, that's definitely
Dude, and that breakdown. Oh,
that
the
riff.
ills of modern man. Oh, dude, yeah.
I love their drumming is like so interesting
Oh,
to me because he
dude,
has
it's
chops,
wacky.
bro. He has the
He's
chops.
nasty.
Like I was like one because I like when I practice, I don't like to just like I'll either just play to a metronome, like I'll go straight picking
Mm-hmm.
and practicing just to a metronome, or I'll learn a song that I like that I know will be a challenge to myself. So
Yep.
I was one day I
Yep.
was like, let me just learn some because I was banging some Despised Icon. I was doing dishes and I was literally listening to Despised Icon and I was like, bro, I want to learn how to play this. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
So I
I
looked
bet
up.
you washed the shit out of those dishes.
I did. I was like, yeah, literally.
It's funny, bro. Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's hard. Drums, impossible. Guitar, I don't even know what I would do trying to play that.
that's what I'm saying. The drums are crazy. The time signatures are crazy, but they flow so smooth. That's what I respect about them. Like they have so much going on, but it's so in the pocket at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's like so
Yeah.
extreme, but so dialed. It's nuts. Like
They
it's
were so tight when I saw them. So tight. Oh,
insane band, insane band.
man.
Another band
Yeah.
like that. I like fuck anybody that doesn't like them. Doctor Acula, bro, one of the best. Like I love
Oh,
that.
dude, I love Doctor.
Well, not fuck anybody
Oh,
that doesn't
my
like them. I
bro.
like them, but holy shit, bro, that band was amazing. I remember seeing them when Slander came out. That was the first time I ever got to see
Yeah.
them, and like that was
Oh,
great.
dude.
That was like one of the best sets I've ever seen. It was just so fun. You know what I mean? Like
Doom, dude. Woo! How many times, dude? That band was
man,
wacky, but I loved it.
that's
My friends and I loved it. We were like, this is so weird. The pig squeals were so weird. They had so many woo,
when
but it went hard. It went so
I don't know
hard,
if all of them were in it, but I know Tyler Guido, one of the vocalists from that band, he was in My Bitter End too, and that band also.
dude. Wait a minute, my bitter
Oh,
end,
yo,
bro. You're bringing me back. You're yes, dude. My bitter end, man. What was
and
the other one?
Disfigured Elegance,
Who? Oh, actually, so that's another one I don't know. What was the band I didn't know earlier? Face Down or something like that.
Float Face Down.
Okay, that I need to look up, and then you got to send me Disfigured Elegance. I think is what you just said. But yeah,
Okay,
the Renovation, dude. My bitter end. This one,
yes,
insane, bro.
it is.
That oh yes,
There was like so many
wow.
bands from that era that were just amazing, dude.
My
Like
Children, My Bride, bro.
I remember
Oh,
seeing them and that shit. They were another band. It was just they were very very tight. Like and they went all
that
out.
was
Like
like the MySpace band.
yeah, one of the
Yeah,
dudes from that band is in No Cure. I don't know if you've heard No Cure, but they're also sick. If you like
yeah,
fast hardcore, yeah, bro, that band is
yeah, dude. No, I definitely know. Yep, I heard them. Sick. That's
nasty.
cool.
They were very cool people too. Very very cool people.
That's good. That always helps.
Yes, it
So
does.
on Gaza, you're clearly playing guitar. Are you
Yep.
doing everything in vocals?
So vocals were the only thing I
Wow.
didn't record. I wrote the drums, I wrote the guitar, or wrote the bass. Like so, but I write all the songs. Like I just had like
That's
the main,
sick.
and it's not like I wrote all the music before I like found people that like wanted to play it with me.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
so rad.
like my back catalog is fucking crazy. Like I wrote like close to like 100 songs before I even was like, all right, let me pick five and do it.
Wow.
So I'm trying, but then it's
There
like
you go.
it sucks because like I'm always trying new things and then doing things that I like that better than I've done. So like I'm
Okay. Yeah.
probably not, dude. A lot of the shit that I've written for this probably won't even be released. But it's like I'm because I'm writing
I
other
feel like
songs.
that's what happens with people who write music, though, right? You always have more than you release, right?
Write shit,
Okay.
you sit on it, and then you're like, you write other stuff, and you're like, oh, I like this other stuff more. That's like, dude, that's like one of the biggest struggles of being an artist, because like the waiting, you know what I mean? Like you'll have a release come out, and a
Mm,
lot of people like they'll be working on the next release while they're waiting for the one release to come out. You know what I mean? So
of course.
you want to get stuff
Yeah.
done. I mean, everybody has a different way, but that's how I've always tried to do it.
Yeah. So is that your plan? There's gonna be like a 5 song EP with Gaza as one of the tracks.
Yep, 5 song EP.
Sick.
And the EP is called Echoes of a Dying World, and it'll be out
Cool.
this fall. We have there's 2 songs left to track vocals. Our vocalist got COVID pretty bad, so like he's been like out of commission
Oh
for like
no.
weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like he's
Yeah.
resting
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
voice up and like getting back to 100%, and then he's
He's
gonna.
good, man. Dude's got it.
Yep, we
Some
got
good
all the
screams,
features
bro.
back, everything. Everything's ready to go. So like
Wow.
once he's done, everything's ready, and like we'll send it out. I don't know if you've heard of the band Reverent from California.
I don't think so, but I will check it out. This is why I do this podcast, because I want to hear what other people think is heavy and good, and I check it out.
I will get to the Cali scene in a second because it is popping right now. But
It really is.
Reverence guitarist is the one that's producing our record. I really
So
like
sick, man.
it.
How did you find him?
Um, I forget who put me on. I want to say Gino from Restricted. I don't know if you've heard of the band Restricted, but they're also really good.
No.
Another
Sick.
really good revival band. Dude,
That's badass, dude. So you and
Cali.
you and you guys gonna play shows, I'm assuming?
Yeah. We have. So we're gonna. My plan is push the EP. Network for the next few months, build up.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm booking a tour for March, so
Yeah.
I'll have like an announcement.
That's sick.
Like, yeah, so I really like want to come out the gate, like want to do some cool stuff, and like around where I'm at, there's not there. Thus Spoke is from here, and Restricted is from here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Restricted, they're young and they're in school, so like their availability is like it's hard
Wow.
when they're like during the school
Yeah.
year. You know what I mean? So like, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, of course.
holidays it's hard because you want to do, you know what I mean? Especially when you're younger, you want to be with your family. You know what I mean? So like,
Of
uh,
course.
and then Nusbo, they be getting it. You know what I mean? So they're all around. So I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
I want to go where the other revival bands are because like I mean the biggest thing, and I will always tell everybody this. I 100% my biggest driving force in this is just to see all those other bands live because all of the bands right now in this shit slap. So I have a couple
Yeah.
bands for you. Um
Oh, here we go.
yeah, bro. So there's Disfigured, they're fucking nuts.
Okay.
In Which Divides Us, they're fucking nuts. Lilith's Demise, everybody knows Tracheotomy. Let
Yeah,
me see,
dude.
Shinkaza, fucking dude. Let me see who else. Katie Went Missing.
Tactosa. I don't know if they would fall into this category.
I think they were like one of the progenitors of like this stuff coming back. I think it like kind of
Yeah.
sparked. You know, what I mean, I think that the similarities with Mitch, I think it like re
Yeah.
sparked appreciation for this era. I think without
Yeah.
what they did, I think them and Trake
Yeah.
were
Yeah,
probably
that's who I think. Cause like I remember hearing it and being like, oh my God, like it's like Suicide Silence, but I don't mind. Cause I miss Suicide Silence like that.
exactly. It's like and no shade to Suicide Silence, but it's like bands evolve, they change. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah, of
like
course.
when you're nostalgic, it's like a certain period will stick out. You know what I mean? Like that brand. It's like
And
that's
when it's that unique too, because
yeah,
I don't think anything had sounded like Mitch Suicide Silence until that happened. And everyone was like,
yeah.
okay, this is it.
I think
Now
things are.
everyone compared everything to them. Yeah.
I think, and it's crazy too because I think things are close. Like I think, like obviously, like my band is heavily inspired by Suicide Silence. Obviously, there's been
Yeah.
others. It's like I will, bro. I we'll all try to like get close, but none of us are ever gonna touch that shit.
Right.
That was something
Yeah. Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yep.
that like those dudes are
There's like
just
a live, oh man. There, I used to, original drummer, geez, Name is escaping me. This will be an edit. What's the original drummer's name?
Pretty sure, is it
He
Josh?
left kind of recently.
Or
Oh,
are you talking
what
about
the heck is
Alex?
it? Thank you. Okay,
Alex.
so the
I didn't know
original drummer Alex.
he was a drummer.
There might have been an OG. Yeah, the
Yeah,
dude with
yeah,
the
he was. He
mask,
was.
right?
With the mask, yep.
Sorry,
Pretty sure.
sorry about that, Josh. I think you're right, but I'm thinking of Alex. When I was at the drum company, I tried to get him on SJC drums, and we got on a phone call one day, and I just couldn't believe I was talking to him because at the time, like big Suicide Silence fan. Holy crap, I'm talking to
Chillest
Alex.
dude, laid
He
back
was
as
so cool, man. He was so cool. And then I finally met him out at a festival, and he took Meshuggah was about to play, and he's like, "Bro, you're coming with me." So I'm backstage because I'm doing like festival stuff with the drum company, and he like drags me side stage from Meshuggah, but we shouldn't have. Like Meshuggah's stage is locked down, so like people are like, "Get out of here! You can't be here." And then he brings me all the way around to the sound booth up front, but I don't have the credentials. So the guy's like, "You can go to Alex," but he's like, "You can't go." And Alex is like, "Just come over." I was like, "Bro, I can't. He's not letting me go." He's like, "Dude, just go." I was like, I can't go." Dude, it was so funny. But yeah, I experienced Meshuggah for the first time with Alex from Suicide Silence. So that was cool. Um, but yeah, man.
I bet they sound so huge live. Like
Bro,
there's
when I
no
tell you,
imagine that the record is like nothing close to this.
oh,
The record sounds so
dude, oh, man, and I hadn't really listened to them before like that much. I knew Bleed, but when bands tell you, like when the bands you really like tell you you have to see this band live, it's one of the best things ever. You know it's going to be good. And when they say like their sound guy is like unique, like no one does it like this person, but they were right because it was so powerful. It so full, so clear, like created an atmosphere, like you said, that I was like, this is easily the heaviest thing I've ever heard live. And it was nuts. So yeah, Meshuggah, anyone listening, is worth worth going to see for sure.
like, for some reason like I think of Sugar, I also think of Acacia String because they went to like the 8 strings and they started doing like similar like
Yeah.
stuff for a little bit. But
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
you
Yep.
remember
Another sick band.
you remember when like Dead Walk was out, how fucking scary that band was live. Like
I it's
they've definitely
yeah.
become like loving, like dude, like peace loving dudes. I remember that band being absolutely fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what people would say. I was
yeah,
scared to go to a show because people would be like, their shows are like, you gotta be like careful because it
dude,
gets so
people wouldn't
crazy.
even
So,
mosh. People would just fucking hit people. It was nuts. There was like
wow.
it was like there was different levels of moshing. That was definitely like Boston hat with the jersey, with the fucking
Yeah,
Air Forces, with the
yeah,
fucking shorts. Like they
yeah.
were maxed out, power on 100,
That's
like just swinging for the fences. Like
yeah,
I remember
crazy,
seeing them,
crazy.
and it was nuts because the song where he's like, it's the big building. He's like, "I am the end of the world," JFC, and you know what I mean. It's that really
Yep.
big melodic build, and then it's
Oh
like
yeah,
that glitch, and he's like, "I am the end of the bum ba-dum bum ba-dum." Dude, I
dude.
remember it was like the most massive pile up. People piled up for the mic so much. I shit you
Yeah,
not. People were touching the fucking ceiling. It was
I
nuts.
believe
I've
it.
never seen
Yeah,
anything
man.
like that. And as soon as it dropped, and the room exploded, bro. I swear to God, everybody was moshing. It was nuts. I've
Yeah,
never seen anything
yep.
like that. And I was just up against the wall, like, please don't kill me.
Yeah,
It
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, no,
was
it's a
like
different beast.
there was nothing I could do because it was like, bro, when there's that many people, because Acacia Strain, they still fucking they'll sell out venues. You know what I mean? So like,
Oh
but
yeah,
back in
oh
the day,
yeah.
it was nuts because it was like that, but it was
Scary. Yeah.
entirely violent crowd. So like when everybody would start moshing, you would just get shoved, like because all the people would move, and you would just be fucking like, oh well,
Right.
guess I'm gonna die now.
Yeah, dude.
But bro,
I know, man. It was insane. Yeah,
it
truly
was
insane.
shit's not like
Yep.
that anymore. Like, but it's starting to come back, bro. Like that band in which divides us.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at their live videos, bro. They played a show in an alley, and it looked like there was hundreds of kids there. It was
Okay,
nuts.
that's cool.
Like, and it, bro, that's MySpace shit. That is literally how it
Right.
was. Like, local bands would be selling out venues. It was
Yeah, yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
It was just a different
Yeah.
era. But like, I think that's like
So
my
true.
favorite part of it coming back is like because there's the people that were there, like our generation
Mm-hmm.
was there and
Yep.
like either were in bands then or like didn't play that style but wanted to and now it's their shot to be like, cool, I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also cool to see the kids that like, bro, I've met kids that weren't even born then that are making
Right.
nutty
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, that's
Yep.
so fucking cool. And it's like such a weird moment because like when I was in Dust Spoke, I did the first two tours with them. And like it
Mm-hmm.
was so wild because I'm not a very big like I don't like social media a lot. Like I'm not really like I stay to myself. I'm a homebody. You know what I mean? But like
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when we did those it was nuts because like I didn't know the real hype that that band had. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Yeah.
this is my homie's band. I just like playing music with my boys. Like I'm down to go on tour.
Yeah.
And like I really liked the material. I knew it was something special. You know what I mean? Like, but it was like
Right.
when we got out and like I saw like the reaction and like the crowd too. That threw me because I was like, I was not expecting it to be a bunch of high school kids, bro. I was like, yo, because I have kids, so like, I'm like, my dad mode is like kicking in. I'm like, what you got school in the morning? What the fuck?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
this is like nuts to me. But then I'm thinking
It's like
back,
us back then. Yeah, it's
that's what
weird,
I was
man. It's
thinking.
like
I was
us
like,
back then.
kind
Yeah.
of a full circle moment. Because again, like I'm nobody. I'm no fucking rock star. But it's like nuts to be like because those young kids they appreciate music a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they have
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
passion and a desire for it. So it's like the way that they appreciate it and like the reactions that they give. It's like I remember when I was that. You know what I mean? And I
Yep.
remember like having that twinkle in my eyes, and just like being in
Dude,
awe. And
totally.
it's just like, bro, I just felt like this is so awesome, and I just tried to like steer them right,
Yeah.
like just like worry about you and your friends, worry about fucking playing
Yeah.
music that you like and getting good at your instrument. Don't worry about nothing else.
Yep.
Just be
That's
yourself and
right.
have fun. That's what it's about.
So
Like,
cool, man. So true.
but
Before,
like,
because I know you had a thought,
like
the California bands. What were
that,
some of the Cali bands? I
so
want you to be able to finish that.
that was Reverend in which divides us,
Oh,
disfigured.
those are the Cali bands. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's more. I'm horrible, but I'll send you like
Oh no,
I'll
that's
send
good.
you.
That's a good
I'll,
list.
yeah, I'll send you a list of bands when we get off of here because like, bro, the
Word.
scene is popping. Like the scene is
Yeah.
popping. It's great. Like, and I love seeing all these bands come out and kill it. Like, it makes me so fucking happy. Like, I almost wish
Yeah.
like MySpace would actually like make a huge comeback so we could
Right.
all just fuck off to MySpace and do it all over again. You know what I mean? Like
That's
Warped
so
Tour,
funny, dude. Yeah.
bro. Like, we might as well.
Yeah. I don't know why it should have never stopped, man. And that one made no sense to me. I was like, this is too early for it to end.
It's probably a money thing. They probably just didn't want to like
Maybe,
sort
yeah.
station or like you know what I mean. They probably didn't want to, or I don't know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm just purely speculating. I'm not gonna act like I know shit,
Yeah.
but I feel like
No,
the
I was at the last two. I was at the last one. We did the New Jersey and the California date because it was like on each coast with the
yeah.
drum company. It was cool, but I was sad. I was sad to see it go. But it's back. Some of my yeah, dude. Man, who did I see? The Chelsea Grin at one of the last Warp. They were sick on that tour. Who else have I? Maylene. I saw Maylene in 2000. Damn, dude. This was like Warp Tour 2014, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. It was a long time ago. That was sick seeing Maylene.
That's nuts.
Damn.
Their
Yep.
vocalist Dallas. What
Um,
another band wasn't he? What fucking other band was he in?
dude, he was the original vocalist in Under Oath.
That's what it was,
Like
bro.
When the
Yeah.
Sun Sleeps. Crazy. Crazy.
Because I remember when I saw
Um,
them, like it was a big deal, and I didn't know who they were, and I was just like excited to hear them. You know what I mean? Because I knew like
dude.
if you're on a tour like that, yeah, you're gonna be good. Like I'm excited to hear how this sounds.
I,
And it was like I was like,
bro.
holy shit! Like I like that southern like
Oh,
style, like that shit was
dude.
cool, bro. I miss
It
that.
it was. They're back. Their newer song is called Thrush. It's heavy,
Mm.
bro. Check it out. They're
I'm
they're like coming back. That's why I had him on the podcast, the drummer, but John Longley, dude, I love Maylene. Wait, who was on that show again? That was like one of the craziest lineups I've ever heard.
It was The Devil Wears Prada, Whitechapel, Malian, The Sons of Disaster, and Norma Jean.
Dude, I'm like thoroughly blown away by that lineup. That's sick.
That
What
was
year was this?
I think it was 2008. I think
Oh god, that's like the pinnacle of
that,
deathcore.
something like that. Yeah, but
Dude, and that
it was,
Whitechapel just came out with a new track too. You hear the
bro.
new Whitechapel track?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
I was
I
pretty
was
surprised. Yeah, they're
That's another thing that I'm hype about with this revival. It's like it's influencing bigger bands to be like, you know what? Yeah, let's
yeah.
go back to our roots. Did you hear the new "I Declare War" shit?
No,
Yeah,
I know
bro,
them. Is it crazy?
bro.
Oh man.
I was like, what
Okay.
the fuck? And I was
Wait a
like, this
minute.
is
Is that the band that had the machine gun breakdown? Digga 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 digga. I think it was.
was it? I'm pretty sure because wasn't the EP Bloodbath? It was just
Hold
the
on, let
look
me get it right now.
shit and blood.
Let me see. It must have been a different. I don't forget who that. No, okay. I actually am not that familiar with "I Declare War," but I have to figure out what that breakdown I'm talking about is, and I'll tell you. I'll send it to you later.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about, but I cannot remember who it is.
Remember that? It was like
You,
and then John. Yeah, dude.
the shell
That
casings.
you know what?
That shit was.
Yes, dude. It was I'll remember, but you know what that makes me think though? Back in the day, a lot of these bands, I guess I'll say like they had these like moments in songs that you would be ready for because they were so over the top. Either it was a call out, or something crazy like that machine gun sound.
Yep.
And like Bring Me was really good at it. Bring Me and Suicide Season, every song had this like sticky moment, whether it was Diamonds Aren't Forever, like We Will Never Sleep, like that. I was like blown away by that. Or Sleep with One Eye Open, like fuck you, don't you know, like I just missed that. Prada had a lot of those moments, like the breakdowns they build up to. I was like, oh, here it comes. But I feel like that's coming back. Like Thus Spoke and your band, like good examples, right? Like your breakdown, you know it's coming. You're waiting for it, and it just slams. And I
Yeah,
miss that. I lived for those moments.
that was the funniest part. 'Cause I really, bro, to be honest, I'm blown away. Like I thought we might get like 500 streams on that shit because like again, I'm nobody. I've never, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like,
No, but it goes hard. Like I was, yeah. You
look,
guys are
this
gonna you just keep doing it, man.
thing, it's like that's like the most simple song that I wrote, and it just I like
Yeah,
it's just one of them ones where it's like it's got that groove, you know what I mean, and it's kind of just riding.
yeah,
It changes just enough, but it's like you said, it's like you know, like there's gonna be a breakdown. Like it's like you just wait.
yeah, dude.
That's what I
You're
like.
just
That's what I
waiting
like about
for
that
it.
song. That's my favorite thing
Yep.
about that. That's why like when I went into that breakdown, I just used the same transition because I was like, might as well like like fuck it. We're just
Yeah.
building. The whole song is just building to that breakdown basically. I love
Dude, absolutely.
that
And
song.
that's what we want. That's
Yeah,
what people like us want. And it's just fun.
it was
Make
funny.
breakdowns make me happy, bro.
Me too. What was funny that's like the second to last song that I wrote for the record,
Yeah.
and like I had because like I had picked other songs, but then I wrote Gaza, and then I wrote
Mm-hmm.
another one, the one that's called Lacrimosa, the last track on the EP. I
Okay.
I wrote that one too. So like those are the last two that I wrote. But
Cool.
it was like weird. I was on a video call with my boy when I wrote Gaza, and he was like, "Yo, you should have." He was like, "You should have a song where it's like real slammy, but it's like blasting, but it's riding double bass too." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, you're right. I haven't done one like that really." So I was like, let me
Yeah.
see. And I was like, bro, yeah, like, what about like a riff like this? Because he was saying like he really fucks with Cell, and they have this song where they like ride out a
Oh,
tremolo.
sounds crazy.
So I was like, dude,
Yep.
I was like, I'll combine the ideas because I was like trying to make something just like I wasn't even gonna use it.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, like this is gonna be cool. And then he was like, I played it, and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like,
Yeah.
it's funny, right? And he was like, nah, like you should use that. And I was like, all right. And it was literally just the first part, like that first, you know what I mean? And then into the din din din
Yeah.
din din, and that was it. That's all I had. And he was like, nah, you should write like a whole fucking song. And I was like, all right, bet. And then
Okay.
I wrote that. I finished it in like probably
Yeah.
like 2 hours. Like it was like the fastest song,
Wow.
literally. But
That's sick.
I
Wow.
it ended up being one of my
That's sick,
favorites,
dude.
honestly, because like I thought I would get bored of it.
Yeah.
Like it's so simple, you know what I mean? But it's like
Mm-hmm.
once I heard it with the vocals, I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like because I write the lyrics too,
Yeah.
and like but I can't do vocals. Our
Mm-hmm.
vocalist name is Brady Palmer. He's an absolute fucking menace. Like
Cool.
that
Yeah.
dude's a
Beast.
monster. But like when I wrote Gaza, I just like it was one of them ones where like, bro, the lyric I wrote the lyrics faster than I wrote the song. Like it was just like while I was writing
Okay.
it, it gave me a certain emotion, and like it invoked a certain emotion. It's
Yep.
like as simple and it's like weird because it's like just a
Mm-hmm.
heavy song. It's just it made me feel a certain type of way. It made me think of a certain thing, and I was like, that's what this song has to be about that. And I just knew like
Yep.
I was like, well, that's. I feel like the other songs are kind of more like personal. So I felt like that was the one that was like the most important. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, like that's the one where like
Right.
I say the most important thing. So like I felt like okay, this should be
Yeah.
the,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we can do the stuff that's
Absolutely.
but when you were talking about moments,
I
that's
can't wait
definitely
to hear it, bro.
I'm trying that like I tried to do that like where you have like literal or literal little memorable moments. You know what I mean? Like just things in each song that kind of
Yeah.
like stick out that your mind comes back to. And like you're right. Like
Dude.
there
That's
was.
like all the time. I love it.
Did you
There was
did
something like I think back. Go ahead.
did you fuck with like misery signals and stuff like that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So again, I'm bad at album names. What was their one of their first albums with like all of like the one that everyone goes back to? It's got like the red guy on the front. It's like
I'm
looks like
horrible too. Let me look it up.
here I
I'll
go.
tell you.
I did really like that album. Yeah, it is like a red guy of Malice and Magnum Heart,
Yeah,
2003.
dude,
It was just nuts.
that band has a
Yeah,
crazy
that
ass
band goes hard.
The Bury Your Dead was
Yeah,
also a band live, bro. I saw them and they were just like it was crazy. They were like the biggest fucking thing at one point, bro. It's like wild how big.
they really were, dude.
Like, not that it wasn't undeserved. It's just like
Uh,
at that time, you know what I mean? It was crazy. They just blew the
yeah,
fuck up. Like, awesome
they
band.
blew up, dude. That
And I'll always go back to, bro. Oh my god. But
bury your fucking dead.
yup.
Digga-dun, digga-dun. The bass drum sound, the trigger, it was just so. I loved it. It was so clicky sounding. I was like, yo, this is sick. Yeah, good stuff. Trying to think of like what I've been stuff I've been like really into lately. I mean, I'm like a massive Kublai Khan fan, so the new record dropped yesterday. I can't stop. It's one of the hardest. I don't know if you've listened to it yet. Unbelievable, front to back,
I've heard like clips on Instagram.
dude.
I haven't listened to it, but
Dude, it's
funny. I saw the thing for Ant Pile too. How the lyrics were just
yeah,
two.
bro,
I was like, that's funny. I like that.
dude. That track obviously it's gonna be heavy, but the song that really got me, it's the second to last song with Jamie Josta as a feature.
Oh
It's right
wow,
before Antipile 2, bro. The ending of it is insanely heavy. It's a moment, right? Like you gotta that this record's like every track is a moment, so worth it. Gates to Hell. I don't know if you like them. I just been so into that band
Gates to Hell.
as of
That's
lately. They always come up on.
I'm pretty sure
They're
Andy put me on
nasty.
to them. Pretty sure Andy put me on to them because
Yep.
I think Thus Spoke played with them like after my time. I think recently.
Okay.
Um,
That's sick.
but they're
Crazy
sick.
band, bro. I gotta ask this before we wrap up, but I need to know some of your top breakdowns, and then I want to talk about Corn. So,
Let's
what are
go.
your go to, like some of your favorite breakdowns, like of all time?
The You Will Never Fuck Again breakdown by Whitechapel goes crazy. Um,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
let's see. I'm trying to think like absolute fix. There's so many fucking good ones.
Yeah. One that it's not even I don't even know if it's a breakdown so much for me. Maybe this will help out with some thoughts, but like Destruction of a Statue
Oh
by
yeah,
Suicide Silence, dude.
that one's
When
sick.
that, like, it
This
was like at the end of the album. Oh,
I like my problem is like I
insane.
suck with song names, so like I'll be sitting here and thinking, and
That's
I'm
all
like
good.
think of the part, but I can't think of the song. But nah, like bro, I think for breakdowns in general, my the Suicide Silence EP and the Cleansing had crazy
Yeah.
breakdowns, but they were like
Crazy.
tasteful. I felt like the way that Suicide
Yeah.
Silence breakdowns was tasteful because like they knew how to build shit. But I do like
Yep.
I like the blend. I like when like the heavy riff will just out of nowhere, but I also
Oh,
really
dude.
like built
I know what
in
you're talking
obviously.
about.
So like
Yep.
they did good. The Dead Walk and Continent have probably my favorite breakdowns though. Like of any records,
Okay.
those two records. The Acacia Strain is my favorite band. That those two records from that
Oh,
band,
okay, cool.
and then Suicide Silence's EP and the Cleansing. Those four,
Yeah.
those are my top releases of all time. And the Somatic Defilement by Whitechapel, obviously. But
There you
Carnifex,
go.
I
Okay.
always forget about Carnifex,
Oh,
bro. The Diseased and the Poison had crazy breakdowns.
yeah.
Um, it's
That's
Blood from
funny
Black too.
because I,
Allegiance is nuts. I
oh,
love Allegiance.
yeah, Legion's,
That's a record you can just listen to for any occasion. It's got
yeah,
a little
just
bit of everything.
shredding. The guitar players rip. The drummer, that breakdown.
Dude,
Dude, I
nah,
remember my
nah.
mind was blown.
Top one of the best breakdowns, Nail Gun Massacre by Burning the Masses. Have you ever heard
Okay,
that
I'm gonna
song?
check that out right after this. No.
My homie is like sweeping like crazy. I was like, wow, like I can't do that. Like I can
Yeah.
do a little something, but I'm like, yo, like
Nail Gun Massacre,
Olympic
dude.
level riffer.
That's funny. Mm,
Burning the
that's
Masses
what's
was a good.
up.
Knights of the Abyss was a good band.
Okay.
Knights of the Abyss just came.
Oh,
Dude,
yep.
oh my
Damn,
god,
yeah, people coming back.
so I'm thinking about like the ones that are coming back now too. Jerome,
Yeah.
like Fun, bro. That song goes hard. Um,
Yeah.
dude, Abacab. Do you remember Abacab?
Oh, wow. Dude, it's so funny. You're coming out of, you got all the songs now.
I'm like,
It's
because
so
I'm just trying
funny.
to think. Like, I'm trying to think about like the stuff that I can actually remember. My brain is like mush, dude.
Yeah.
I trained
It's all
kickboxing for
good,
like
bro.
15 years. I got hit in the head a lot.
Oh, that's badass.
Nah,
That's
bro.
sick.
Like, I just got hit in the head a lot. Now I
I
don't
got you.
think.
Oh shit. Damn. Yeah, dude. So that's cool. I love your list of just bands in general. So
Well,
many, some new to me, some of course very familiar to me. All right, Corn. For me, they're the band that changed everything, bro. The first album I got when I was like, I think I was 3, was the Black Album by Metallica, and then shortly after that, I heard Corn, and it was really like Twist that I heard, and I was like, what the heck is this? I'm obsessed. And then that was it, man. Like Corn, it's all the only band that mattered. Everything I wanted to listen to was Corn. I wanted to wear Corn shirts. I had a ball chain necklace, and I still love Corn, bro. Like I wasn't even allowed to have the album because I had parental advisory, but I had a tape that my my aunt's stepson in a way. I don't really know the relation, but he made me a tape of all the Corn songs, and I was obsessed, dude. I was obsessed, like Shoots and Ladders, knick knack, paddywhack. So I can't wait for them tonight.
that's
What
good.
are some of your favorite Corn tracks, bro?
My favorite porn tracks.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
Because I really like my favorite records by My Life is Peachy. My Life is Peachy is dark as shit. I really like that record. And
It's so messed up,
then
dude.
Basic Bitch finally
Yeah,
is one of the best records of all time. Um,
so
but
sick.
I always suck at song names. It was funny because when I was out, like I told you, I was with my best friend last night for his birthday, and we were like looking on the jukebox
Yeah.
at corn songs, and he was like, "Yo,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "Let me look at the list because I don't fucking know." But
Yeah. 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 I got you. Totally.
Twist was nuts. Adidas, that
Yeah.
song. I like the while we were talking about special parts, that melody in Adidas where like it just pops out and it almost sounds like a sitar, but it's the
I know
guitar.
exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Dude, I remember hearing
Yep.
that and just like have you ever seen the movie How High when the like Poindexter dude smokes the weed and then like the rainbow starts coming out of his brain?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
how I felt when I heard that part by Korn. I was just
It's
like,
so funny, bro.
but those records. I have all the Korn CDs in
Yeah.
the room, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
fucking
the ones they're not playing it, I'm sad, but it was like a Tomb Raider soundtrack song too. Did My Time. It's like one of their not like older songs, but I don't know if you remember, dude.
do
Like,
you remember like the Queen
because
of the
oh
songs
man,
that Jonathan Davis did?
oh yeah,
Those
damn,
shits are good too, bro. The Queen of the
yeah,
soundtrack. I, that's like I like count that as a Korn record because there's a version
yeah. I
of that
forgot about that.
record where he recorded the vocals. The soundtrack version they got other vocalists to do, but there's a version floating around online. Like it's a YouTube playlist.
Wow,
Like there's professional recordings of like all the songs, like good quality, but it's John
damn,
Davis doing all of them. It's like he had to do them for the movie
wow,
because Lestat,
yeah,
like singing voice was Jonathan Davis. So like
yeah,
he
yeah,
recorded
yeah.
versions of
That's
all the
sick.
songs. So like they're out there,
Wow.
and like bro, those things. I'm pretty sure he played them. He went around. He has like another band. Like it's just his name, and like, but
Oh, I didn't know that.
it's like that kind of shit though, bro. It's dope.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that weird like
Whoa.
empire shit. I love that stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
And like it's
yeah,
weird. I like shit like that, and I like '80s music, like the synth wave,
yeah.
like
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Like this, I mean, I'm a
That
dad, so like
that
I
comes up a lot.
what
Yeah,
they
I love. I mean, like the 1970. Yeah, like a lot of like heavy dudes love the 80s stuff too. I do.
because
I do. I mean, like
no,
1975 is one of my favorite bands. Not that they're from the
no,
80s, but they have that vibe.
yeah, like you
There's
can't.
something about it. Nostalgic too. All those
It's weird.
movies we grew up like.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird to me because '80s shit does feel nostalgic, but I'm a '90s baby, and it's weird.
Same.
But I
Yeah.
think it feels nostalgic because of like our parents. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. Well, that's
they,
what was like we were watching, right? Like movies that were maybe 6 or 7 years old when we were five because it came out in like
like,
'88 or whatever.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
I thought Lion King came out when we were kids. It came out in, like fucking '80s. I didn't know that.
So
Like
crazy.
I learned that shit like recently. I was like yesterday years old when I found that out. I was like, what the fuck?
Unreal. Yeah, man. Yeah, so it's not okay. So if you're not listening to heavy music, what's something you go to that,
Oh, dude,
falls totally out of the category?
I like I said, like the synth wave, almost
Yeah.
so I like Japanese city pop. Like I like
What?
yeah, like the song "Stay with Me." Like the like stuff like that. Like I love shit like that. It's just like
Cool.
I don't know, like anything that kind of gives me the vibe of like driving down a cool fall road with like the nice colorful leaves. Like you
I
just
got you.
I just like I like chilling. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, yeah,
I like stuff that has like a chill vibe. I like pretty melodies going on. Like I just like stuff that
yeah.
itches my brain. You know what I mean? And like a lot of the time I won't listen to heavy music, and when I do, I usually have like records that I go back to, or
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
be, like, checking out like newer bands, like supporting my friends, like streaming their shit, like stuff like that. But
Yep.
like a lot of the time, I listen to stuff like that, like softer stuff, because like I mean, you can't like write heavy music all the time and then listen to heavy music all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I play my guitar every day, so it's like when I just sit and I want to just listen to and enjoy music, usually like I
Mm-hmm.
don't hear stuff like I was just playing. You know what I mean? Although
Yep.
like
Yep.
sometimes I will. Like I told you, like sometimes I'll just be like, "Fuck it, I'm doing the dishes and I'll listen to Despised Icon right now." You know,
Hell yeah, dude.
all depends on the mood you're in. Sometimes that's the groove too. You're just like, yo, because it's
Of
like fast,
course.
heavy, and dumb. You know what I mean? You're just like having a good time. But
Yeah.
usually, I just like to keep it chill. I listen to a
That's what's
lot of
up.
new metal too, like Linkin Park, Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit.
Of course. That's what's up,
You,
man.
you like corn, so do you like edema or adama? I don't know how to say that.
Dude, I always said edema. Dude, that's funny, man. I forgot about them. So yeah, like back in the when I was, I don't know, middle school, yeah, edema was the shit. That's
They
crazy.
they were so good, bro. I love that.
Damn.
It was great.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Godsmack, all that stuff, bro, back then was it
bro,
still
the
is
old.
good.
Do you remember,
Stained.
like, Joe? Yes, fucking crossfade.
Oh, dude, I could. Oh, this could become a whole different podcast. I mean, that
Literally.
was it, man. I love like Disturbed. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it
that
is
riff.
good. It's
I
funny.
think
People like,
that's one of the first like metal riffs that I learned was the riff in Stricken.
yeah,
Yeah,
stricken. Yeah, they
dude,
were
that
good, man. I forget what the name of the album is, but the song "Prayer" so melodic, so good.
what's the
This is
song?
the way I pray.
What's the fucking song?
um,
It's disturbed and it's like a girl's name in the song. I always forget it.
hmm. Oh God, dude, it's been so long, man.
That's
But
going.
they're still going. I think it's cool. Like people still going. Yeah, same. Well, I got to figure out that machine gun breakdown real quick before. Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm just gonna Google breakdown with machine gun and see what comes up. Breakdown
Probably
with
so no.
machine. You're so right, dude. Machine gun breakdown. 10 best machine gun breakdowns. Oh, interesting. I kind of want to like look what this is. My Will Be Done by Unearth. Interesting. I love Unearth.
On Earth
11th
is
Hour, Lamb of God, Fault Line, August Burns Red, Top Gun, Bury Your Dead, Erratic Perception Through the Eyes of the Dead. That's another band. One by
yeah,
Metallica. I didn't even know they had it.
2 inches from me.
Strive, Bleed from Within. There's no
Legend.
business to be done on the dead planet. All shall perish. Asthma Attack by Confession. Dude, I found it. This is it. This is it. War from a Harlot's Mouth. And the
Yeah,
song is if you want to blame us for something wrong, please abuse this song, dude. Digga
yep.
digga 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 dude. I'm listening to that right after this. Hell yeah. What a way to fucking wrap it up then.
You, the
Damn, dude.
German homies, dude. That's dope.
Dude. Yes. But all right, real quick. So where can people hear I Saw God? And again, it's EYESAWGOD for those listening. One word. Track is Gaza. But where can they find your band, bro?
Our stuff is out on all platforms. Like, so whatever streaming service is your preference, we're on it. You just gotta look us up.
So nice of you. There you go.
You know what I mean?
Whatever you prefer. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude. And guys, the song, right, whoever's listening, the song absolutely rips. And I'm excited to hear the rest of it, dude.
yeah. Shit, man. I'm excited to drop it. Like I said, like I've been
Yeah.
writing for like a year, like
Yeah.
to it. So I'm excited to share it with everybody. I hope it's something that everybody really enjoys.
I think they will, dude. I think they will. I mean, you saw the streams are going up and up. So, again, Zach, thanks so much for coming on, bro. Everyone listening, I Saw God is the shit. Go check it out. And hopefully, I'll catch you on a tour, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Rhode Island.
Oh shit! So you're up
So,
north.
not too far. Yeah, on the East Coast, too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Good. I think in
yeah.
the
Well, I mean, we'll stay in touch. So, I'll definitely be following to see what you guys do.
in the spring we're going down south, but when I do something up north, I'm gonna let you
Cool.
know first. I'm gonna hit up.
Please do. Please
Yeah,
do, my bro. All right. Thanks so much, dude. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
brother. I hope you do too.
Later.
Later.